It's an age-defying walking with weights workout that's perfect for women of a certain age. Grab your lightest dumbbells and let's go! All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get moving and grooving. Have your dumbbells completely out of the way and let's get started with some arm circles with high knees. You guys, welcome to the workout. I'm Paula B. I'm your best middle-aged fitness friend. And you guys, I'm so excited about today because today is my birthday. I am, of course, filming this a little bit before my birthday, but if you are watching it the day it comes out, November 9th, I am officially, as of today, 51 years old. And I know that for some of you, you're like, oh my gosh, you're so young. And some of you are like, oh my gosh, you're so old. And some of you are like, hey, that's my age. I love it. I love it no matter what age you are. I am so excited for today's age-defying walking with weights workout for a couple of reasons. Number one is mostly just because I absolutely love walking with weights workouts. I chose my favorite exercises because it's my birthday. I chose not exactly my favorite interval, but my favorite interval for this type of workout. We're doing 30 seconds of walking, 30 seconds of other low impact cardio. There's absolutely no jumping. There's no transitions to the ground. We're using our lightest dumbbells. It is intended to be a very moderate workout, which for me means that it's so perfect for age defying. You know, we're going to talk about age today, just FYI, because it's on my mind. But I was thinking a lot about my age because that's what happens when our birthdays come up. Let's go ahead and do some arm crossers with booty kickers. I have traditionally, over the years, had some drama around my birthday. Sometimes good drama, sometimes bad drama. Like, I literally remember turning 19 and like freaking out about being old. Like, that's... In case you hadn't already figured out the date, yes, I am a Scorpio. Yes, I am a little bit dramatic sometimes, and by sometimes I mean a lot. I remember really freaking out about being so old. I have at various times of my life had that, oh my gosh, I'm so old, life is over kind of feeling. I don't actually feel that way this year. I'm really excited, but I have to admit, I was thinking about, so last year I was super just relieved, honestly, to turn 50. I was so happy to turn 50. I was so happy to just like be in a new decade, be in a new place. Like turning 50 felt amazing. And then this year, getting ready to turn 51, I was like, oh, I'm still in my 50s. Oh, I'm like legitimately in my 50s. Not just like, this is so exciting and so novel and so new, but like, oh, here we are this whole decade. Let's go ahead and do some welcome to my homes. And it was such a funny feeling because I was so excited last year about turning 50, I kind of expected to be so excited this year, but I had a lot of thoughts, as I pretty much always do. I had a lot of thoughts about being 51 and what that meant and what that meant about me and who I had to be at 51 and all those kinds of things that I think some of us sometimes think while we're falling over about ourselves as we are getting older. And I was thinking honestly, about how excited I am to be this age too. And it's something that's been on my mind for a while. This age, being over 50, being menopausal, I'm peri personally, I'm in the middle, I'm in the thick of it right now. But being here at this point in our lives, it's different than it has been at other points. Let's go ahead and get moving and grouping. We're going to go back and forth, like I said, between walking and other low impact cardio exercises. So let's go ahead and grab our lightest dumbbells here, or no dumbbells if you would prefer. You're totally welcome. I mean, oh my gosh, you guys, make this workout work for you, just like we always do. I'm taking this at a real nice moderate walking pace. There is no rest, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. The 30 seconds, they're all work. There's no rest today. So we are going to figure out exactly what kind of pace we want to go. And truly, that is such a metaphor for my conversation with myself about getting older. I love the pace of my life right now. When it beeps, we're going to do forward hinge arm flappers. And I'm going to just tell you right now. So feet by hip width apart. Hands are doing jumping jacks. Our lower body is doing deadlifts. Push your booty back, pull your booty forward, flap those arms. When it beeps again, we're coming right back to walking. And yes, I am tapping my dumbbells. I don't know if you can hear that. Clunk and clunk each time. I'd rather tap my dumbbells than accidentally squish my fingers, which I have done. So I'm actually aiming to do the ends of the dumbbells together. But you guys, the pace of life now in my 50s, here we go right back to walking. I've noticed that it's different. And I've noticed that I was having some drama around the different pace of my life. When it beeps again, we're doing front punch, high knees, which is exactly what it sounds like. Not to be confused with fruit punch, high knees, which is what I thought it said for a brief second there. We're punching forward while bringing up one high knee. I'm gonna go across my body. So with my left knee is coming up, my right hand is punching out. You know, over the last 2 years or so, actually I'm gonna say 3 years. So front punch, high knees. And of course, when it beeps again after this, we're coming right back to walking, in case I don't mention it, because I'm talking about how things have changed over the last couple of years. I've thought a lot and had some drama, as I am wont to do, about slowing down, about doing things differently, about how I can't do the things that I've wanted to do anymore, how I can't do some of the things that I've kind of dreamed about, running longer, doing more, right back to walking. And I had to kind of wrap my mind around that, because here's the thing about having drama. It's absolutely optional. And here's the reason why I have called this an age-defying workout today. When it beeps again, we're doing push, push, crunch. Apparently I'm gonna have some trouble talking today, but I am gonna scoot over a little bit. Push, push, crunch, we're pushing to the side. The 2 steps to the side, doing some lateral movement here. And then we're gonna swoop our hands up overhead, down into an oblique crunch. So push to the side, open over, crunch, push, push, and crunch. There's a little bit of a difficulty with the rhythm of this one, because that crunch really does basically it takes a beat and a half. So it's not quite like a 3 beat or a 4 beat. It's almost like a 3.5 beat. When it beeps again though, we're gonna go right back to walking. And I don't think I mentioned it. In fact, I know I didn't mention it. We're only doing today's circuit twice. So here, go back to walking. Even if you don't love an exercise, we only have to do it for 2 intervals total. But here's the thing about changing paces and having drama. There's always another way to think about it. And when I was thinking about age-defying, I was thinking about how lucky I am, how happy I am to be where I am. When it beeps again, we're doing triceps curldowns. I can choose to be worried about it. Here we go, triceps curldowns. One foot is tapping out. Hands start at our chest level. We curl them down and get a squeeze in that triceps. I was thinking about how I can choose to be sad about getting older. I could choose to be sad about things that I quote unquote can't do anymore, which of course is absolutely an opinion and not a fact. I was thinking about how I could choose to see this, and here we go back to walking, as the beginning of something different, rather than losing or leaving behind things that I used to love to do. What if I simply looked forward to things that I might love even more? Wouldn't that be amazing? I've been trying to look around for new opportunities. When it beeps again, we're doing curtsy jacks, you guys. So we're gonna be doing a curtsy lunge while our hands are doing jumping jacks. So we're gonna start with our hands up overhead. As we come down into a curtsy, hands come down, and then we're up again, and then we curtsy on the other side. And I'm really being careful. I gotta step to the side a little bit wider this time so I don't step into the chair over here. That's the thing about this set. It's slightly off center because of the bulk of the chair, so I really have to be careful not to bump into it. When it beeps again, we're coming right back to that walking. But you guys, I've been doing the same kind of routine now for about 15 years, and I'm thinking really specifically of my exercise routine. Love to run, been running and racing for about 15 years, and honestly that coincided with a lot of my kids being in school and their activities and their stuff. My kids are both adults now, really adults. My baby turned 20 this summer. When it beeps again, we're doing reach across, which is literally exactly what it sounds like. And so they've got, they're moving on to their own lives and things. And looking forward, here we go with reach across, looking forward to doing something different with my own life. And I'm not, by the way, this is not in any manner an announcement about my YouTube channel or anything. I have every intention of continuing on with this. I love this work. But thinking about running and racing, things I do for my own athletic pursuits. I've noticed over the last couple of years that it's getting a little bit more difficult to recover. That when I'm pushing, I'm okay with pushing, but the repercussion, here we go back to walking, the repercussions are a little bit more difficult than they used to be. And it's not as fun, frankly, to take so long to recover from things that I love to do. When it beeps again, we're doing butter churns. I'm gonna think about this and I'm gonna say it out loud. When your hands are down, one foot is out. When your hands are up, palms are facing your body, by the way. When your hands are up, like right underneath your chin, your feet are together. So I'm gonna start with my hands down and then they come up. Here we go. If you guys have ever done any of my workouts before, you know I actually kind of struggle with the coordination of these butter churns. I love this exercise, but I really have to think hard about where my body is and what it's doing. I've got a mnemonic device, honestly, for just about everything that we do for this exact reason. When in doubt, my friends, make it easier on yourself. And that's kind of where I'm going with my athletic pursuits coming up in the future. We're right back to walking here. I want to continue to enjoy all the things that I do. I want to continue to look forward to things ahead of me rather than simply looking back at things behind me. And so I'm still kind of figuring it out, but I'm going to tell you that some of the things that I'm kind of looking forward to, when it beeps again, speaking of things I'm looking forward to, we're doing alley-oops. Hands are going to, or no, excuse me, feet are going to be nice and wide. We're going to swoop up overhead. As we come over, we're pivoting down into a lunge. If you would prefer not to lunge, you are absolutely welcome to swoop up overhead and simply kick out to the side. This is much more about getting your hands up overhead than it is about coming down into the lunge. Lunges and squats can always be substituted with any kind of a kick that feels good to you. So my friends, I am considering, because I live here in right smack dab in the middle, here we go back to walking, right smack dab in the middle of beautiful California, I have so many opportunities for hiking year round. The weather is beautiful here all year long. I can hike in the mountains. I mean, I live in the central California, which is flat as anything, but I've got mountains about an hour away from me in almost, well, two directions, east and west. When it beeps again, you guys are doing middle skips, which is just what it sounds like. We're skipping. We're raising one hand and the opposite knee at the same time. You can get that hand as high as you'd like to. Help yourself to whatever pace feels really good to you. The higher your hands go, the higher your heart rate goes. So keeping that in mind with however you would like to / need to moderate. My friends, I decided, rather than thinking to myself, I'm not an ultra runner anymore, even though I always will be, here we go back to walking, because I have done ultra marathons, I have decided to think, moving forward, that I'm an adventurer. I'm gonna go on adventures. Sometimes they'll be running, for sure. Sometimes they might be on my bike. Sometimes it might be hiking. Sometimes it might just be in my car. But thinking about my life as an adventure, and every year as a new chapter in that adventure, had such a better feeling. Excuse me, we're doing ding-dongs, my friends. This is the last of our circuit, and this is one of my favorite exercises in the whole world, and I gave you no warning about it. Our hands are swinging low underneath us, but up high, while we kick out one foot at a time. Those hands can really get rocking, but they're not going up overhead, which is why I call it swinging low. When it beeps again, we're gonna knock ourselves off balance. Always love to call these weeble wobbles because I feel like I'm gonna fall over, but I haven't fallen down just yet. And then right back to walking. And this is the beginning of circuit number 2, our second and final time with all of those exercises, which means that when it beeps again, we're doing forward hinge arm flappers. So my friends, I'm really excited about new adventures. And the other layer that I was thinking about with this particular workout, calling it an age-defying workout, because it's not age-denying. The fact is, every minute of every day, because of the way we understand space and time, here we go with forward hinge arm flappers, we are indeed getting older. There is no denying our age, but when we do all the things to help ourselves be as healthy as we can be, moderately exercising every day, eating healthy enough foods at the right amounts, right times, right ways, right places, all those things. Getting sleep, managing our mind, thinking positive thoughts, drinking our water, right back to walking. All of those factors add up to defying some of the stereotypes of what it means to be a woman of a certain age. You, my friend, no matter how old you are, you have some beautiful years ahead of you. When it beeps again, we got that front punch, high knees, not fruit punch, just a front punch, high knees, where we're thinking about having our core pulled in tight, and reaching across our bodies. You guys, when we do workouts like this, really specifically this one, cardio toning, because we're getting our heart rate up, it's beautiful for our heart health. You guys, heart disease is the #1 killer in America by a lot. When we do heart healthy workouts like this, we are doing one of the nicest things we can to defy our age. Also, having these dumbbells in our hands, my friends, we're right back to walking. That means that we are protecting our muscle mass and our bone mass, both of which, scientifically, biologically speaking, when we pass through menopause, all of a sudden we have a hard time hanging on to our muscles and bones. When it beeps again, we're doing push, push, crunch. I'm going to scoot over just a little bit over here, that awkwardly timed. I actually really love push, push, crunch. It's just kind of hard to get into a rhythm with it. Thankfully, I was born with almost no rhythm, so it's not really a problem for me. Push, and crunch. It's why I never, ever do dancing workouts, my friends. You would be appalled to see me trying to keep a beat with any kind of music. I love music, love to sing even though I have a terrible voice, love to dance even though I have no rhythm, but it's not something I'm really willing to do in public. When it beeps again, we are coming back to that walking motion. You guys, doing, doggies, here we go. Doing exercise like this and doing other workouts. Sometimes we're picking up heavy things and putting them back down again. Sometimes we're going slightly faster cardio. Sometimes we're slowing it way down with stretching. Sometimes we're doing core strengthening. All kinds of variety. Maybe you like to dance. You go ahead, my friend. You dance. When it beeps again, we're doing triceps curldowns. But having some variety in your life, some adventure in your life. Here we are with those triceps curldowns, curling it down, squeezing those triceps. Of course, your core is pulled in. Of course, we're thinking about good form, even while we're moving quickly. These kinds of exercises, these kinds of workouts, when we work your brain as well as your body, having not super fast transitions, but transitions between different exercises, thinking about moving our body in ways that we don't normally, right back to walking, and in ways that we do normally. Keeping your brain sharp, keeping your thoughts positive. Not all the time. That's a whole topic on itself, truly. But letting yourself feel the drama, but not getting stuck in it. So, not being positive all the time, but being positive enough that you can look forward to a beautiful future. That, my friends, will absolutely defy your age. We're doing Curtsy Jacks because I was thinking so hard about positive thoughts. And by the way, these Curtsy Jacks, please feel free to help yourself to some kind of simple kick. Kicking forward would be awesome. It would basically be a kick jack instead of a Curtsy Jack. When I tell you that you can substitute something different, I want you to know that no, you're not moving the muscles in the exact same way, but the benefit of any exercise is to be had. Here we go, right back to walking. When you are doing that specific exercise well, and when that specific exercise is particularly well suited for your body. Doing an exercise that you don't do well or doesn't work for you gives you no benefit, like literally none. When it beeps again, we're doing reach across. So please feel free to do some kind of kicking or something entirely different. Don't worry about it being one for one. Here we go with reach across. But think rather about what a great job you're doing for yourself by doing exercises in a way that works best for you. You, my friend, gotta live in your body. You've gotta live in your mind. thinking about your workout being amazing rather than thinking about what you can't do, what you're leaving behind, what you used to be able to do, and focusing instead on what you can do. We're back to walking, what you will do, what you want to do, and how amazing it is that you can. That's where the magic is. When it beeps again. We're doing butter churns, and I'm thinking about it right now. Okay, butter churns. Hands are up, feet are down. Hands are down, one foot is out. I like the hands are up, feet are down thing. I think that's the one that's gonna help me because I had to really kind of go through the whole motion before mentally. So hands are up, feet are down. I like it. That actually works really well, you guys. This might be a new record. I got it right both circuits today. It took me a couple seconds, but I got it. I love it. My friends. You know, it really is the small victories. It absolutely is. And here, today, on my birthday, I will take every victory I can get. When it beeps again, we're going right back to that walking. Awesome job. I've noticed that today's moderate effort with a nice little sweat. We still got a couple of exercises left, but I'm taking inventory right now of how I feel. How's my body? How's my heart? How's my pace? When it beeps again, we're doing alley-oops. Help yourself to either going fully into the lunge or, by the way, yes, that's my dog Blossom. I don't know if you can hear that jingling. It's really loud for me, but it's closer to the camera than it is to my microphone, so you might not be able to hear it. Hands are going up and over. We pivot down into a lunge or help yourself to a side kick, a front kick, a back kick, one of each. Whatever works best for you always works best for me. I promise I'm never going to come knocking on your door to say, now what exactly did you do for these alley-oops? What exactly did you modify with? If you want to tell me, I want to know, but I'm not going to call you out on it. When it beeps again, we're right back to walking. But the jingling, by the way, the jingling is my dog Blossom, who's on the couch behind the camera. And she's doing that thing where she's like shaking and kind of like rubbing her back, like itching her back on the couch. She's stopped now, but I know that sometimes that drives your animals crazy when my animals are making noise. When it beeps again, we are doing middle skips. So your hand and your opposite knee are coming up to about the middle. I mean, it doesn't really matter how high your hands go. It's always up to you to figure out where your heart rate is, what feels moderate to you. If you need to bring it down a little bit, slow it down a little bit, totally okay. Your heart rate is your responsibility. I know that it's pretty easy to just follow along with me, right? And be like, oh, but this is how Paula was doing it. She said it was moderate. Moderate for me isn't always moderate for everybody else. Feel free to set your own pace and right back to walking so that you can get all the benefit for yourself. You guys, I'm going to tell you about it this time because coming up next is ding dongs, otherwise known as weeble wobbles. I love this exercise for two reasons. Number one, it's just super fun. It makes me laugh every time. And also, it's the end of our second and final circuit. You guys, I'm going to tell you now, because I love to tell you these things, that even though it is our last exercise, I do, of course, have a finisher for us. Here we go with those ding dongs. Whee! Off to the side, hands are rocking. We are going to do one more walking interval to bring our heart rate down a little bit, because this one for me personally really tends to bring my heart rate up just because your hands are really swinging. This is a big motion. The further away your limbs are from your trunk, the higher your heart rate goes. Not just your hands, but also your feet. So when it beeps again, we're gonna do one more interval, doggies, of walking. And I'm really gonna slow this down because I feel like you know at this point that I'm probably going to challenge your balance after a good cardio workout. If this is the first time you have worked out with me, my friends, this is what we do when it beeps. We're gonna bring up one high knee. I'm gonna bring up my right knee, stand on my left foot. We're gonna have our hands out to the sides at shoulder height, palms facing the ceiling. We're doing a high knee hold with high curls. So we're doing curls, like biceps curls, except that you've got your hands out to the side. So wide curls, really, really, really pulling in your core, really thinking about standing on a knee that's soft but strong, not getting distracted by your dog who's running around and jingling all over the place and is about to come visit me. Will you be on camera, Blossom? No, maybe a little bit. She's getting antsy. Hopefully we can finish up before she needs to go out. When it beeps again, we're gonna do this exact same thing on the other side. So yes, it is 2 intervals of these high curls. Don't bring your hands down if you can help it. Bring up that other knee. Whew, doggies, what a good job you're doing. This is how we defy our age and defy a little bit of gravity, being nice and strong, thinking about core strength, thinking about balance, thinking about being on our feet, and going on lots of adventures, even little adventures. What a great way of embracing however much time we have in the rest of our life. You guys, that was the end of that. Dumbbells down, timer off. Let's cool it down a little bit. That felt amazing. Let's go ahead and do some arm circles. Oh, with these tappers. I love doing arm circles after we've had something not even heavy in our hands. Those are my lightest dumbbells. They feel very manageable to me. But when we put them down, it feels so gentle and so lovely to be able to just run our arms all the way through that full range of motion, stretch out all those muscles that just did a beautiful, beautiful amount of work. You guys, I already know that you're gonna wish me happy birthday in the comments, and I wanna tell you all, in case I don't get to them all, thank you. It was really, really nice of you, and if you don't leave a comment because you watched me on TV, I know you're saying it in your head, because like, even, you know, like even people you don't like when it's their birthday, you're still like, happy birthday, because everybody loves birthdays. So thank you a million times. Thank you for all your beautiful wishes. Let's open it up. Nice deep breath. Open up your heart and close it up. Give yourself a great big hug and a pat on your sweaty 1-year-older back. You guys, thank you. Thank you for sharing my birthday with me. Thank you for sharing some sweat with me. Thank you for doing an amazing job. Thank you for being on this adventure with me. I totally appreciate it. Make sure that you click the subscribe button before you go, and I'll see you in the next video.